Good evening and welcome back to Real Talk with T Homes with Tara Smith, CEO, owner, and trainer and founder, of Tara's Training Studio LLC. Thank you for joining us for part two. Now, before we go into the segment, we always got to throw out some motivation. As we ended part one, you all know I asked all kind of questions, just keeping it real, transparent, and Tara has been just that. I want to encourage everyone. Life brings about all kind of things, our past sometimes will keep us hindrance, and I know for myself a couple of months ago I had to go in prayer. God, give me peace to make peace with my past, because a lot of times people don't allow your past to overflow. So I want to encourage you all as we are in part two going into the next week. um Own your own truth, and it's okay. Own your own truth. Be okay with who you are. Love who you are. And as Tara told us last week, we was talking about her sexuality, is that if she knew then what she knows now, she would have owned her truth years ago. So Tara, welcome back. The mind versus the body. We talked about how the body, how our mind play tricks on us with our body, and really, is the reality of it is really us. Okay. Right. So I talked about you having boyfriends. You said you had. Yeah. I talked about have you had sex one time? Okay, one time. Sarah, like, kind of, I don't need all this penetration. Get up. It is what it is. Okay. But Tara, like, real talk, and I know that it's gonna be older people watching this sometimes. Yeah. But you said you really was more or less like want him to wrestle just so you can come.
I get my
that feeling had to be great.
Men mentality, great.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like, I didn't say it was my first orgasm. I just said, hurry up and give me mine.
Okay.
So I can go.
All right.
Just a male mentality. Okay. It was a male mentality for real.
Okay, so in part two, Terry, let's talk about when you came. Was you more or less in denial, but really more or less thinking about what your parents was gonna think?
Yeah.
Because a lot of times we as people, our parents, we young.
Right.
Our parents, what we do reflect not just us,
right,
but our family as a whole. Talk to us about today what that was like once you came out and
right,
having to deal with your parents and siblings.
Right. Well, I hid it for so long because unlike a lot of people, I had my mother and my father in my household. A very Bill Cosby type of family. Daddy had a stand-up job, didn't do drugs, really didn't drink. Mama. So once I realized I was different, I remember hearing somebody when I was younger say that being gay was a sin. Don't know who said it, but it stuck with me. And when I say it stuck with me, it stuck with me. And even though my parents have always shown me unconditional love, I was afraid of how people were going to view me. I really was. And, I thought about what are the people in church going to say? What are my parents going to say? What are my siblings going to say? Because I just felt so different, and I didn't know anybody else that was like me. So I felt like I was the only one. So I remember praying when I was a little girl, like, God, please make me normal. I want to be normal. Take this feeling, whatever this is, out of me and make me normal. I prayed that for years. Mm-hmm. So when people say people are not born this way or you don't get that way when you're younger, it's far from the truth because I lived it. And if God didn't change it, then it must be that I'm supposed to be like this. I don't really think. I hate to put God into in the mix, but it goes. I don't think He cares about sexuality. I don't.
Well, let's make a clarification. Like, a sin is a sin.
Right.
There's no little sin. There's no big sin. Right. Same men's sex, same women's sex. It's the same sin if I was having adultery.
Right.
If it was fornication,
right,
if it was gospel, if it's stealing,
right,
a sin is a sin.
Right.
So, of course, you do hear that, but then also, too, I've had, there was a couple that went to our church, I think that it was getting married or something, and somebody asked me, what in the Bible does it say two women? And so when I looked it up, it doesn't say two women or two men, but it says that women must multiply.
Right.
And of course, so on the way that multiply is a man and a woman.
Right.
Okay. Right. But we're not gonna bring the biblical in this. But let me ask you this: do you really feel that you was born gay?
I do.
Because I had a cousin that said that to me.
I only say that because when you're young, Depending on the child and what kind of child you are, you naturally have an attraction. I remember having a crush on my second grade teacher. I knew it was a crush because she brought her husband to class, and I was not having it. Like, I was unhappy. I mean, unhappy.
You
like,
a tantrum in class.
Man, right. People not knowing why I got an attitude. Just 0 to 10. So this is second grade. What are you, like 7, 8? Right. Second grade, you know. So what could have happened to me before then, you know, that I can remember that could cause me to, like, you know, same sex? I don't know. I don't remember anything though, but I can tell you a lot of things that happened that I did when I was 5 or 6 years old, and I don't remember anything traumatic happening to me that could cause me. You know, a lot of times when people are molested, they tend to lead to the same sex. I don't remember anything happening to me at that point. Okay. So I've always said I was born this way. I've been like a girl since I was young. This ain't no fad, you know. This ain't no phase. This ain't no. I ain't just trying to be hip. Like, this is natural. It's always been natural, and I prayed for God to change it, and I'm still just as big as homo as I ever was.
So, do you think it was a mind game?
Nah, me personally, prime example. You've never had a girlfriend?
No.
Okay, so you've been with me all your life. So in your mind, you straight. But if you were to ever open up the possibility to date a woman, who's to say you couldn't be attracted to a woman? But you're not open to that. Right. You live a heterosexual life, and that's what you like. Right. That's what you want. But when you open up that possibility, anybody, this is my philosophy, right, anybody can be attracted to anybody. Right. But you have to be open to it. Right. I'm not saying, I would never say ain't nothing a man can do for me. My anatomy is built for a man to please me. Told you earlier, but one time, it was made for that. But if I was to open myself to say, you know what, I want to date men, I'm sure I could find a man that I was attracted to. Would it work? Probably not. But if you're open to it, anybody can be attracted to anybody. Right. That's how you see all these threesomes these days. These women ain't gay. They're just open to the possibility of what this woman can bring to the table in this moment.
Now, being very transparent, I'm not against same sex, because your life is your life. Right. My people's, you know, and one thing I have learned, because I'm around women that date women all the time. I have clients, and one thing I've learned is that people respect you for who you are, right? So they never have I ever had a woman to come on to me, or so forth. But like you said, your anatomy is for a man to please you, right? Like, and I say all the time, I just don't be like, right. And then this is just like, no, you know, I'm not throwing stones. Right. But I'm like, I just don't want no cat. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no cat. It's nothing that no cat can do for me. I get it. But, you know, I ain't knocking for nobody. But, you know, you my people. Right. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah. So now you come out, how did your parents respond? My mama loved me. My daddy had passed away. So my daddy passed away when I was in high school. So he was about a year. He had been dead probably about a year before you came out. My mom found out, but my mama didn't change. Like, nothing. She didn't change at all. And you know what the reality of it is? She realized it. Yeah, maybe she was in denial. I think she thought that I was a tomboy. You know, a lot of women that play basketball, they tomboys. You know, some grow out of it, some turn into me. But she didn't sway at all, and it made me regret living all those years in a lie. Right. Yeah, it was a lie. Right. And then too, let me pick back when you say a lot of times when girls play basketball. I had a girlfriend that said that, you know, when girls play basketball, that's not always true. What's not always true? That girls who play basketball, turn big gay. Right, that's what I'm saying. Gay. I don't know why people think it's a switch. Because I have my girlfriend daughter play, and baby, she just is girl. Yeah. She gonna have them lashes on. She gonna be glossed up. She, you know. Yeah. But either way. Okay, so Tara, you come out. You now enjoying life. Like back in the day, Tara, you had them lined up across the gym wall before you was even training, right? Yeah, and you know what? I not brag about that. I'm transparent about that. But when I tell you that distracted me from my life goals, I tell people all the time, I didn't figure out life until my mid-30s. Yeah, I wish I had knew what I knew. I was doing the most with women in my 20s, and I guess. Maybe that is what you're supposed to do, but I wish I could do it all over again. Yeah, you just living life. Yeah, because when you live 18 years being in a closet and they let you out, girl, home is where I lay my hat. Look, who let you out? Did you let you out or did they let you out? You know what? I was in high school. I had wrote a letter to a girl. Let's just say somebody saw me give it to her, snatched it. By lunchtime, the whole school knew
that I wrote that letter to that girl.
Was you embarrassed?
Yes.
Because you hadn't come out then.
Hadn't came out yet, so it was like so naive, really thinking that people. And I was a basketball player, so everybody knew me.
Yeah.
I was good. They was gonna love me whether I slept with dogs, you know.
But your own horn.
You know what I'm saying? I was naive though. I was very scared, very humiliated. Still was denying it, like, nah, I didn't write that letter.
Mm-hmm.
Damn well I wrote that letter, you know. But I'm young, and when you're young, you influenced
right
by what people think,
mm-hmm.
and you think that they gonna just stone you. Man, they don't care.
Okay.
People did not care.
So you in your own skin.
In my own skin.
Yeah.
Best feeling in the world. That's why people want to tell people to cover it up and hide it and not put it on TV and don't put it in these shows.
Oh, it's no way that you cannot, because it's everywhere.
But it needs to. Only reason I say it needs to be is because I used to be that person that had to hide it. And when you hide your sexuality, that's miserable, man. You literally living in a box, a fake box.
Okay, well, I guess for me, I can't visualize it because
it ain't you.
Me, right. But sometimes, to me, when I sit on TV and they show so much, and they don't
throw it at you.
They don't set any boundaries. I'm like, well, what about these little kids? You know. But I understand, like you said, you knew you was gay since 5, 6 years old, right?
Yeah.
But I think now it's so accepted. Like I can remember coming up, and probably while you was in denial, you very rare seeing gay people around you. You might have had, everybody might have had one gay person in their family, but there might have been flamboyant, or you knew somebody that knew somebody.
Right.
But it wasn't acceptable.
No.
Now it's so acceptable that sometimes it's kind of sickening.
Well, we're spending too much time on it.
Okay.
Who I sleep with, as long as it ain't no child, ain't nothing to do with you.
Right,
it has to do with the way of the world.
Absolutely.
It doesn't sway the way of the world, you know, and we putting too much emphasis on it. We watching a show on TV, and there's a man and a woman having sex. First of all, to me, that's too much. Should nobody be watching somebody else do something so intimate?
Mm-hmm.
But when you see same sex, it's supposed to be blown out of proportion.
Mm-hmm.
We shouldn't be watching sex on TV at all,
right? Because
it's supposed to be an intimate, sacred thing.
Mm-hmm.
So if you tell me, if you ask me, don't put sex on TV at all.
Right.
Because what I do and who I'm sleeping with, it ain't your business no way. It's not for kids to see. I remember watching shows. My mama wouldn't let me see certain shows that had sex scenes in it.
Mm-hmm. Turn
your head, but now you can't watch this. But since y'all let y'all kids watch whatever, you look up, you're going to see a little Nas video because y'all not censoring what y'all kids watch.
Right.
That's on you. That ain't on the person that's living their life.
Right. It always go back to the household.
Yeah, I go back to the household.
Okay, so, you know, you're in the prime of your life, you didn't come out, you know.
Don't get that. When I knew you tell me, I didn't have a clue what I was going to do with my life. I was coming and going, making money as I could the legal way, you know, some illegal. But I was doing things. I was hopping around, and I was just being free, not living for the future. I was living for that moment. Okay. I didn't have a clue. I was lost. Okay. Happy, but lost.
Okay. 1 year anniversary.
1 year anniversary.
Okay, so when you marry and you joining as one, like that's a great feeling, right?
Right.
So of course, Miss Slade, what's her name?
Irena. Yeah. Okay,
so Miss Irena, congratulations. I never met her, but I seen her on the video when she did your billboard. Mm. So Tara, explain to us today what that feeling is like. Because if Irena, if Irena is baby putting them hammers on Tara to make her settle down, that's major.
Let me tell you though, it just made sense for us. It wasn't as hard as it is, or big a decision as it was for most people. Raina and her experiences, me and my experiences with different women, when we finally met each other, it was like, oh yeah, it makes sense. Like, we gonna do this. We both wanted the same thing. So it was like, we're not gonna date 5, 6 years and then get married. It's a waste of time. We both know what we want. Let's do it now. So that's it. I met her in March. We were together by June. I think I proposed by November. 2019.
2019, okay. And then you get married a year later.
We got married a year later.
Okay.
Quick.
Well, that's not quick. That's a
year.
I
mean, I guess it depends on the person. You know, some people, they want to be together 9, 10 years and then get engaged and be engaged 5 more years. Okay, and then never marry you. But I didn't want to be one of those people. I always knew I wanted to be married and have children, and she wanted the same things, had the same morals. It just fit. It made sense.
Okay. So look, Urana made you make sense with what you want to do.
Right.
Like she help you help yourself.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we married, celebrated 1 year anniversary. Okay. So now the wedding,
Uh-huh.
tell us the marriage part, because I've been married, it'll be 17 years in December. So marriage is work, right?
Right.
So speaking from a standpoint of being married, they say your first, fourth, and seventh year are your hardest years. Okay. But just know that it's work.
Okay.
And I'm speaking this from a standpoint whether it is same-sex marriage.
Yeah. Two people, period.
Right. Marriage is work. And to me, one of the biggest things that I found that that's very helpful, you must continue date night. Continue and pleasing each other is a number one factor.
Yeah.
Pleasing each other is number one factor. So make sure, so that way, look, it won't never be won't leave the back door open for absolutely nothing.
Right.
Okay, so now I see that lately you all trying to have baby.
Trying to have a baby.
Okay, what's that extent? Now, does your wife, does she have any kids?
No.
Okay, now let me ask you this, because I have a client that she's married to a same-sex woman, and neither one of them, they both pretty glamorous women, right? Okay. So are you the husband and
you got ass? You got ass?
No, not necessarily. Yeah.
I'm definitely the man in the relationship.
I just want to hear from the horse's mouth. Yes. I don't want to hear from anybody else.
I wear the pants in the relationship.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm the more dominant one, I should say. But surprisingly though, she's the handyman around the house though. Some go broke, girl. She pulled out a toolbox. I'm too early for that. But
you too early for that?
I'm too early for that. Yeah, I just look like this.
Okay, she said I just look like this.
I'm not pulling out no hammer and no screwdriver. I'm not doing all that.
You gonna call somebody?
I'm gonna pay somebody before I do it myself.
You cut your line?
Do I cut my line on my head?
Cut your
cut my dress?
Yeah.
No, I'm a boss. I ain't got time for that.
But you the man though. You the man.
I pay somebody to do
okay.
That.
I'm just trying to let you know.
I would if I had the time.
Right.
But now I much rather pay people to do things that
right.
I don't have the time to do.
Yeah. Okay. So now your wife, does she have kids?
No, she has no children.
Okay, she has no kids. Okay, so y'all going into a first marriage.
Right.
Is this a mutual agreement, or is it more or less that one wants a baby?
Nah, when we met, we both equally wanted a child. I don't think I've met anybody that wanted a child as much as me, but she definitely does.
Okay. So how has that process been?
Stressful. Obviously, we have to go through IVF. Very stressful and expensive process. The first round didn't take, so emotionally that was a hard pill to swallow. I think for her more than me, because it was her body. So we're about to go around, do our second round of IVF at the end of this month. So our fingers are crossed, but I think we're a little bit more prepared this time for it to go either way. But a lot of women have to, get pregnant through IVF, and it's a stressful process. Some people get pregnant the first time, some people don't get pregnant to the fifth time.
So when you say IVF, that's what, is it like surrogate or?
Yeah, so basically they took my eggs out, put my eggs in her, went to a sperm bank, got the sperm. So yeah, it's pretty. So basically, in so many terms, it's like she's my surrogate. She's carrying the baby.
Oh, okay. Because see, of course, I've always thought that typically the eggs had to come from a male.
No, you mean the eggs? The eggs come from a female. The sperm the only thing come from the man is the sperm.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So now, with the sperm coming from the male, who's gonna be the daddy? You?
We go to the sperm bank. So we
go
go to the sperm bank.
Why they using your eggs though?
That's just what me and my wife decided. Now we don't have to do it that way. We could have just used hers.
Okay.
She wanted to use my eggs.
Well, you made it make sense then.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I know. I don't know. I know somebody that just did it, right? And so they had a little baby, and so but I didn't even know it was that expensive like that.
Yeah, $20 G's, say the least.
Right. So how often you have to go to?
So we're going to New York to do ours because it's cheaper and has really, really great reviews. So basically, they send us all the medicines. We buy all this medicine. We inject the shots in our stomach.
I seen you
every night. Basically, that was to produce a whole lot of eggs. We went to New York. They took the eggs out of me. A few days later, they put the egg. They mixed them with the sperm, and they put them in her a few days later.
Oh, okay.
So we had to wait a few days, like 11 days, and we were able to take the pregnancy test.
Okay.
So it's a quick process. expensive process.
Okay, so have you all taken the pregnancy test?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was negative.
It was next.
So that time failed. So now we're going to do it all over again at the end of this month.
Oh, okay. So how long do you have to wait in between?
Cycle. So I have to wait on your cycle to come.
Oh,
so basically a month.
Outlay. Yeah. Okay. So that makes sense. Okay, so you all are really excited. So that's gonna bring your family together to be complete. So are y'all planning on having multiple babies?
We want twins.
Oh, okay.
We both wanted twins. So if we get one child this time, the second round we would use her eggs for the second child.
Oh, okay. The twin run on either side of
runs on my family. On my side, yeah.
You know, what if you come out with 3 or 4 babies?
You know, when people keep saying it, it's so possible. So, I mean, you know.
You think you're right there in Fender, you're going to have a soccer dad band.
Hey, whatever work, I'm gonna make it look good. I love kids.
Okay.
I love kids. I always have. So, whatever God want me to have, I'm with it.
Okay. Well, Tara, you have been so transparent. You shared your story along with the encouraging part of how you got to Tara's training studio. So at the end of this clip, you will see some clips from Tara's studio. Now, Tara, if anyone wants any, before we close out though, but I want you, because we're on the second half, I want you to just encourage women, men, whoever, by being in their own skin, owning their own truth.
Right.
We open up with that. Like, what advice can you give them just in the reality of it? And even being in same-sex marriage, because has there been any kind of way of a lack of, or what am I looking for? A lack of stress? Has there been any stress? Or you just as happy as if it was a man and a woman?
Well, I wouldn't know, because I don't know what it's like being with a man. You have to ask my wife that. It's part 3, I guess. But I think you can't be in a relationship and not have some stresses. I mean, you got stress from work, you got stress from work, you got stress from your family, you know, just stress. But honestly, this is our first year. She keeps me, she tries her best to keep me in my happy place. Okay. Because I have a lot going on. A lot of people depend on me day in and day out. So I can't be running around here stressed out. So she keeps me, she does everything in her power to make sure I'm good. Okay. So in return, I try to do the same. Absolutely. For her. So far, so good. Okay. Raina, is that name? Raina, I'm sorry. Like, from a wife to wife, like, congratulations, because that is your job. Do your best as making your husband, wife happy. This is my homegirl, but your husband, wife happy. And you do the same in return to her, because that's one of the things is that being married, a lot of times we lose ourselves, you know. Right. But right now, y'all don't have any kids, so it's solely about you all and your business and so forth. But when you have kids, it play a different dynamic because you got to spread time, you know. Right. But that is a major part. So, look, congratulations to both of you. And congratulations, you know, I pray that all goes well with your little baby or babies, or baby. Right. Okay. So as we close out, give us, you know, or give them some encouragement on just being in their own skin, owning their truth, and, you know, being okay with who you love. Right. So for the people that feel like they don't need to work out right now, or fitness is not important, eating healthy is not important, even if you're in the best relationship, think about the people that are in nursing homes right now. A lot of people are in nursing homes because they can't take care of themselves, and they don't have people around them that care enough or that can afford to take care of them. So some of these people out here with these really, really, really bad eating habits and drinking habits, they catch up with you. What you do now, you will pay for 20 years from now. So I encourage everybody to take care of yourself from the inside out. And if you're okay with being 250 pounds, then wear that, sister. Wear it. Just make sure that the inside matches the outside, because I guarantee you, if you overweight, it's putting stress on your body one way or the other, whether it's your heart, whether it's diabetes, whether it's your high blood pressure, whether it's stress, whether it's the physical strain that it's putting on your knees and your back, your hips. All that plays a part. All of it plays a part. So what you think is cool now is not going to be cool in your 60s. I encourage you guys to go to the doctor on the regular, get checkups even when you feel good, because things can be going on with your body that if it's too late, then it's just going to be too late. So I really encourage people to put your health first. Mental health, then your physical health. Okay, Sarah. There you have it. Now, Tara, for anybody that's out there that may want personal training one-on-one, give them information where they can contact you at. Okay. I can be reached. I'm up close and personal. So give me a call to 615-915-9821. I'm on Google. I'm on Instagram. Tara TARA_training TRAINING. I'm on Facebook. Tara Smith TARA. That's it.
Okay. So Tara has given us all the information from the mind versus the body on every aspect, from our health, our physical health, into our mind, into being okay with who we are and accepting who we are for us. So Tara, I want to thank you for being brave enough to share. Like, I mean, you've been brave for years, you know, but a lot of times to just take it a little step further. Now for me, I can't wear no 200 nothing. Like, I'll probably be on some other bridge, you know, and I pray to God I don't get it. But now, again, let me be transparent, because I don't want nobody to think that I'm knocking big girls. Big girls, I see big girls look good, and they clothing, whatever. Even though I'm my size, I'm a personal undergarment freak when it comes to. So if you're gonna be 200-300 anything, and you putting on this dress I got on today, make sure you put on your undergarment. But Tara, thank you so much. And as we close this segment out, I want to encourage you again to be okay with who you are. Love yourself for you. Let your energy and your vibe be on the positive side. Tara's shirt says Black, female, gay, and successful. She said the Black, the female, and the gay is all negative against the women, but her successful is the positive that overrides everything else. So be positive. We love you, and thank you for tuning in. Bye. Peace.